President Trump will be in Charleston, West Virginia tonight for a rally and roundtable discussion. The president is supporting GOP West Virginia senatorial candidate Patrick Morrisey. Morrisey, currently the state's attorney general, is hoping to unseat Democratic Senator Joe Manchin. Brad McElhinney is a statewide correspondent for West Virginia Metronews. He joins us now to discuss the latest. All right, Brad, so why is President Trump focusing on West Virginia? What's significant about that state for him?
Yeah, well, three things. One is his popularity compared to elsewhere in the country. Still around 63% popularity here in West Virginia. So when he comes here, he has adoring crowds. The second thing is, as you mentioned, the candidacy of Attorney General Patrick Morrisey for U.S. Senate going against a very challenging incumbent, Democratic Senator Joe Manchin, who has towed the line. Knowing President Trump's popularity in West Virginia, Manchin hewing to the middle. So this is a tough race for both of those formidable candidates. And the third thing is a receptive audience for the emissions plan that the EPA rolled out today, giving states greater flexibility to curb emissions with power plants. So those three things, but certainly the news today about the pleas in federal court going to be to make significant changes in the tone, you would think, tonight.
So you would think so, but I wonder, Brad, given what you just outlined and the specific kind of political sort of tones there in West Virginia, what are you expecting to hear from him, knowing that audience there in West Virginia as you do?
Yeah, well, if the president is at all wounded by the Manafort conviction, then this is the crowd to make him feel better. Certainly an enthusiastic West Virginia crowd showing enthusiasm already. And that seems to be one of the reasons the president goes to events out in the country like this, is to pep him up, make him feel better about his policies, his positions. He's going to get a lot of positive feedback from this crowd. Of course, some protesters outside, but I have a feeling the president won't see them.
So can you tell us a little bit more about Attorney General Morrisey? You talked about that race as being obviously one of the reasons why President Trump is there.
Yeah, Attorney General Morrisey has been in that position in West Virginia, a statewide office now for 2 terms. Came through a pretty bruising primary. The last time I was on with you guys, it was a race between Attorney General Morrisey, Congressman Evan Jenkins, an incumbent who was running for Senate, and Don Blankenship, the coal baron who had served a year in jail for his role in a fatal mining accident, the charge being that he skirted safety laws. So 3 high-profile guys in that primary. Morrisey was the one who came through it, has been a popular and formidable Republican in the state. And this race was considered to be a very difficult race for Manchin, who has spent a couple of terms in the Senate already, with West Virginia now voting Republican more than it has voted Democrat, as it did in the past. But polls more recently showing Manchin opening up a decent little lead, things not going that well for Morrisey. And this is the kind of visit that Morrisey needs, the backing of the president and putting the president's popularity on top of Morrisey to get him potentially across the finish line or to make him more competitive with Manchin.
All right, we'll be watching West Virginia closely tonight. Brad McElhinney, thank you so much for your insight. Really appreciate it.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.